Psychic spies from China try to steal your mind's elation. And little girls from Sweden dream of silver screen quotation.
Today we're going to be looking at Californication by Red Hot Chili Peppers, played by Flea. And as you heard me playing, the bass line is actually very straightforward, but let's look at what's happening inside. So let's go one by one. Very first thing we should know before we play anything, before we even talk about the bass line, is how can we count this, right? So it's going to be about the time signature of the song. Let's not go too deep into what time signature is, all that information. If you're interested about, deeper music theory, deeper understanding of how we can read and name things in music, check out some of the information on my Patreon. You're going to have this full lesson there, plus a PDF and Guitar Pro tab. Everything's going to be over there, so definitely check it out for more information. But for right now, this song is in what we call 4/4 time signature. And that basically means that every time we play, we want to be counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see how it looks like with the bass line. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, everything fits under the 4 beats, all right? For bass players, we definitely want to make sure we know where that 1 is, because that 1 most of the time means we are changing chords. And that's going to be the next thing we have to understand. What are the chords? But even more important before that, what is the key of the song? What is the key, first of all? That question can get a little bit tricky, but right now, let's just think of the key as the tone that gives us the feeling of being finished, of being home, okay? So let's see the first 2 chords of the song, which are A minor and F major. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, I was trying to emphasize the A minor right there at the end, just to show you guys that when I play that A minor at the very end, it feels like done. The song is over, okay? And that is kind of what being within the key means. Now, one very useful tip is not true every time. Sometimes it doesn't work. But usually, the first chord of a song is going to be the key of the song. Even better than that, the last chord is usually the key of the song. Don't think about this all the time, because it's not going to be true for a lot of different cases. But especially in pop or rock music, a lot of the times that first chord usually is your key. And it is the case in this song. The A minor chord is the key of the song, which is A minor, okay? So now we know the song is in the key of A minor. And what that means is that we have a specific set of notes that would work very well inside that key. It doesn't mean we have to use only those notes. We can use any note that we want at any time to make music. But right now, those notes would be the notes of the A natural minor scale, which are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. All right? And those notes are going to be the notes that also are going to be used to be for the melody. For example, when he's singing the notes of the melody, a lot of the times he's going to be singing these notes. As I said, it doesn't mean these are the only notes we can use to make music and to create lines or even to create a song, but these are the notes of the key. These are the diatonical notes of the key of A minor. And it's very important to remember that, because as we change chords, we're going to try to keep that in mind. And that's why it's so useful to know a key. And for the ones that don't know exactly how did I come up with those notes, we have to understand that most of the time we have a major and a minor key. When you have a minor key, in this case, we can apply the natural minor scale. When you have a major key, we can apply the major scale. That's all I did. I just played the A natural minor scale over the A minor key, okay? Next step, after we learn the keys, is what we did already, learn the chords. And we know the chords are A minor and F major. So if we understand that, we should know that the bass line that was created was based on those chords. That really is the most important piece of information, knowing your chords. Let's look at the very first measure of the bass line. This phrase is played over the A minor chord. And what we want to understand here is what are the notes that are being played. Besides just learning the frets, the tab, whatever, learn the notes. So in this case, we have A twice, E twice, D, E, D, and then a C at the end here. Those notes all belong to the scale that we talked about before, the A natural minor scale. We have a A, we have a C, we have a D, and we have an E also. So that's why knowing your key, knowing your scale is so useful, because you can use any of those notes to create something over the chord that you're playing. Since the chord was A minor, Flea chose to start on the root, okay? But as you're gonna see in the next chord, as we go to F major, we're gonna start on the root of the next chord, which is the F. So in this case, let's analyze the intervals that were played inside the first phrase. The A is the root, the E is the perfect fifth. Again, the theory behind this can be a little bit complex, and we're going to save this for other videos, and you can check more of this information on my Patreon. But the perfect five is nothing more than the fifth inside the A natural minor scale, which is the E. And then we're going to go to the D, which is the perfect four, and the C is the minor third. Those are the intervals being used in this phrase. Root, perfect five, perfect four, minor third. So now that we have the intervals, we have pretty much all the pieces of the puzzle. Let's just run the phrase one more time to make sure we get the timing and the rhythm of the phrase. But pretty much with the time signature, the key, the chords, the intervals, and the rhythm, we cover all the aspects of the bass line. And it means we really are analyzing this line and learning from it. So now the rhythm, just to be sure we understand it, is going to be like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We have a little trick here at the end where we're playing these triplets, right? These are 8 notes. And this is what we call a 16-note triplet. Finishing on this 8th note here. All right, but make sure, don't worry about the name of the or the terms of the rhythm, just understand how to play the phrase over time. All right? So now that we have all that, we could get these notes and even the rhythm and try to apply to a different song, to a different groove. Let's say I'm going to play a song also in the key of A minor, but the song is a little bit more funky, a little bit different groove, right? We have something like this. That's my new song. So what you can do here is try to apply the exact same phrase you just learned, but with this new rhythm, with this new groove. So use the same notes, but with a different rhythm. 3, 4. And you can see, by learning that phrase, I kind of copy and pasted it on my new song right here. And that was a very, obvious example, but we can make a little bit less obvious, and maybe we can just use the same intervals, but in a completely different order. Let's check it out again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So in that case, I was using the root, the minor third, the perfect 5, and the perfect 4, and I just used those notes to create my new line. The rhythm was different. The notes were in a different order. It's not really like I'm copying from Flea, but the idea came from learning that line first. And if you think about it, when you do enough of this, if you do hundreds and hundreds of this, you're going to start to understand music in a deeper level, and you're going to be able to create your own, because you have this internal vocabulary, you have this whole palette of colors that you've been accumulating by learning from other players. And by not only copying them, by getting the tab and just reading the numbers, you learn it by analyzing it. And if you can do this on your own, using your ear, that's even the next level is going to be even better. But right now, I'm helping you to get this thing started and just learn a bass line, analyze it, and then do your own. This whole video is going to be uploaded on Patreon with the PDF and the Guitar Pro tabs with analysis. So definitely check it out if you want to join. We are growing this community for the last 4-6 months. I'm really happy for you guys' support. Give it a try. Right now we have the summer sale with 7-day free trial. So you can find even more information over there, all right? So happy practicing, and I'll see you next time.